Welcome back to La La Land on CRN Digital Talk. I'm Brett Chapin. That's Daisy Eagan right over there. We're talking with the lovely and talented Judy Norton from the Waltons and Last Chance Ranch. If you have any questions for Judy, give us a call at 1-800-336-2225. That's 1-800-336-2225. Now what do we do? Actually, did you have a question for Judy?
No.
Okay, I have a question for you, Judy.
Yes.
Because we get a lot of actors that come here that listen to us from different parts of the country, and they're looking to come to LA and pursue their dreams, be an actor, be a musician, whatever it may be. And you, having been involved with the industry for so long, do you have any particular advice for them?
If there is anything else that you would like to do that you think you could be happy doing,
do it.
Do it.
Oh, we've never heard that answer before.
Yeah, no, this is something, I mean, people put it a lot of different ways. It's like this is something that you don't want to do, you have to do. And if it isn't something you must do, and, there's been times, Daisy and I were just talking in the break about, you having stepped out of it for, 4 years or something. And there's been times when I've just gotten fed up with it. And I think that's one of the reasons I started diversifying for myself, was because, the acting, the stuff that I wanted to do wasn't challenging enough. I was bored, and I was like, well, I'm not having a good time here. So maybe I should do something else. And I explored other things. And then what ultimately worked for me was diversifying within what I love to do. So getting more into the singing, the writing, the directing, and things like that gave me other opportunities, whether, and doing more theater than, moving between television and film. But it is not an easy life. I started when I was about 6. You started really young too, didn't you?
Yeah, I was 9.
Yeah. So, growing up with it, you don't know what it means as a life choice. You're
Right.
just, as a kid, it doesn't matter whether you're working or not.
As a kid, it's fun.
It is, because you still have a bed to sleep in at night. You don't have to worry about making the mortgage payments and, supporting your family or whatever. And as an adult, all those things, you have to face.
It suddenly becomes your job.
Yeah, and do how many other things do you have to do to support what you love to do? And if you're spending more time doing other things, is it worth it to you? So those are the things. And I think really get your technical chops up, whatever it is you want to do. If it's singing, if it's acting, make sure that you're, that you've got, the technical training and whatnot. A lot of people, I think, show up going, oh, well, that looks really easy to do, and I'll just do it. And some people get lucky, and they, and they do, and so people can step off the bus any day and go, oh, I think I want to be an actor, because I want to be rich and famous.
Yeah, that can be dangerous.
Absolutely.
Especially with singing. I've been meeting a lot of young women these days who, are just wailing up at the top of their registers, and I say, how do you do that? Who do you train with? Oh, I don't know, I don't train. I'm like, you're gonna blow that thing out. You know, that's not gonna last, because you don't know what you're doing in there. Yeah, it sounds great for now because you're 21. But
8 shows a week, not going to happen. Or touring, when you put that kind of vocal strain on, it blows out fast. So
yeah,
definitely. You gotta be so careful.
Yeah, but if you absolutely must do it, then networking, meeting everybody you can, and pursuing every avenue, and maintaining your own personal integrity, I think, is a huge piece of it. Don't know what your lines are, that you will not cross, and no matter what, don't compromise on stuff like that, because you'll find yourself going, ooh, I sold out, everybody has their different points about, what they consider selling out, but just know what yours are.
You want to go home at the end of the day and still feel good about yourself and what you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're right. So many people come here from wherever, and they get off the Greyhound bus, and they think that an agency is just going to walk up to them, and that's how it happens. And they underestimate the amount of work. Yeah, never pay an agent. Anybody tells you, well, you give me money, and and then we'll get you. No, that's a lie. Find out. There's all kinds of workshops and classes that you can take, and nowadays with YouTube and the internet and everything, there's so many things that you can learn before you show up about. From reputable people who've been in the business, like actors, people that you can check out their history and know that they aren't fly by night. There's a lot of good people that can advise you on what to look out for and what's a lie, and and that kind of thing. So don't get so you don't get taken. Some really good advice that I once got. I can't remember who told me this, but they said your agent makes 10%, so they do 10% of the work. You do the rest, and it's true. I think a lot of us, when we do get agents, we kind of go, okay, go get me my career. And that's, it's always about working. And I tell kids these days when I talk to them,
diversify and, you know, do the webcasts and do this, you know, write and direct and create as much as possible.
Create your own work, I think, is ultimately the only way you have longevity in this business, and that's what I finally learned, because that's what you don't know as a kid. And my parents weren't in the business, so they didn't have you know, any of that information, any of that knowledge. And I was lucky. I started working, you know, steady at 13, and then all of a sudden I was, you know, out of a job and going, wow, now I'm an adult. Now let me learn how this business works.
Yeah,
right.
We had the same, very similar experience.
Yeah, so there's a lot to learn.
Did you grow up in Los Angeles?
I did.
Where in Los Angeles?
In the Valley. I'm a Valley girl.
Nice.
So did you ever in a million years think that audition that you walked into for the Waltons would change your life the way it did, or affect your life the way it did?
No, because it wasn't even originally for the series. It was for The Homecoming, which was some, you know, a Christmas TV movie, and that's what it was designed to be. And it wasn't until we were nearly finished with the filming of that we started hearing rumors that they might want to try and turn it into a series.
Fantastic.
So, yeah.
Wow. I can't imagine. I mean, I can. I do.
You never know what can happen out there.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, we're going to be back to talk to you a little bit more in the next segment with Judy Norton. Guys, if you have questions for Judy Norton, give us a call at 1-800-336-2225. 1-800-336-2225. Check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/lalalandtalk and twitter.com/lalalandtalk. And we're going to talk to Mr. Hoyt Smith for a minute, too, in the next segment. So we'll be back on.
Also, I might answer some of your fan questions in the next segment.
On CRN Digital Talk.
Folks,